According to the most recently available data from the EPA, over $15 billion is spent on the sales of pesticides in the US for commercial food production annually. That's a lot of synthetic chemicals going into our food stock. On the other hand, when you grow your own garden, you decide what goes in the soil and how much. Hi everyone, this is Raki from California. Welcome to my channel. A food garden may be a bit of hard work, but trust me, the payoff is huge. With the right mindset and little upfront effort, it's certainly possible to design a super productive homestay balcony garden where you can relax and also enjoy the delicious produce from your own space. Well, you might be surprised to see how much food do I grow in my tiny balcony. Let me give you a quick tour of my garden, but before that, first thing first. It's most important to observe the space in which you plan to grow things. If any particular area is sunnier than other. Based on my analysis, I've divided my balcony into 3 sections. Most annual plants are sun lovers and enjoy at least 6 hours of sunlight every day. In my maximum sunlight zone, I usually receive sunlight from sunrise to late afternoon, where I typically grow the hot weather producers like cucumber, variety of peppers, beans, and many more. Tomatoes are without a doubt one of my favorite plants to grow in pots. They look beautiful and homegrown tomatoes taste super delicious. In fact, they tend to be one of the most productive potted crops you can grow. When we have a restricted space, we have to also consider using all the surfaces available and not just the floor. To take the full advantage of this post, I've made the vine of lima beans to climb along this vertical space. The productivity of your garden isn't necessarily dependent on how many hours of efforts you put. Rather, it increases with the right things you do. One of the most important things to consider is soil's health. Without good soil, there could be no good food. The practice of food production with chemical treatments depletes the soil by harming helpful bacteria that distribute nutrients to the plant roots. Alternatively, when you grow your own garden, you have the ability to manage your soil. Most importantly, with the addition of organic homemade compost. You can create a small compost bin for your kitchen scraps. Compost encourages microorganism activity in soil, making it healthy and rich in nutrients. This is a very impactful way to reduce the amount of waste sent to the landfill, isn't it? Now, if your balcony or patio is short on sun, which means if you receive around 4 hours of sun every day, it may be worth trying to grow plants which I cultivate in my moderate sunlight section. This mostly includes veggies, which we primarily grow for their roots like radishes and carrots. In fact, variety of salad greens like arugula, spinach, and lettuce are particularly suited to the confined small spaces. I love to add the young bright green arugula leaves to my salad mix. If you are a beginner in gardening, here's a bonus tip for you. These leafy greens are very fast producing crops, and their early harvest will definitely help you to keep your spirits high. Now, let's talk about the plants we can grow in cooler spots. We all know that natural ecosystems are rich and resilient because many plants grow and interact with one another. We can also mimic this idea by planting a diversity of herbs and flowers.
Herbs are usually the shade loving plants.
Herbs help in creating a healthier garden ecosystem by attracting wide range of pollinators and beneficial insects. Having your own Thai basil plant is a great way to add some fresh flavors to your table. Parsley is a very useful herb because its strong scent can help you to repel the pests. You can also choose to grow wheatgrass in your low light area. With a very little care, this plant offers a bundle of nutrients.
There are wide variety of flowers which you can grow in shade too. I love the way it serves for decoration and I feel happy growing food for bees and butterflies. These flowering plants need not be necessarily from store always. You can grow them at home too.
For example, this pretty marigold plant is grown using the seed of dried marigold flowers. When our gardening space is limited, it's also essential to use the entire season well. This essentially means rotating your crops and growing different things at different times of the year. This helps in maintaining a healthy soil with more natural sugar and better tasting food. For example, leafy crops like the cooler times of the year, whereas tomatoes and peppers like the sunny, hot summer.
At the beginning, I would suggest to be better realistic. Get the space producing.
When our own garden starts producing some of our daily diets, it feels empowering, and with that comes the desire to grow more. It's also a great way to reduce our reliance on commercial food and the toll they take on our environment.
In my upcoming videos, I'll be talking more about
Low maintenance food producing plants. Also about zero investment gardening. Please subscribe to my channel for more such interesting content. I tried to give you the overall look of most of my balcony plants. If you are interested in knowing more about any plant in particular, please let me know in the comment section below. See you in my next video. Till then, have a happy gardening.